wonderful lifetime.
Hi, everyone. Thank you all for joining. Our first panel for today is Reba McEntire's Christmas in Tune. Please welcome executive producer and star Reba McEntire, and stars John Schneider, Candice King, Justin David, and Norm Lewis. Thank you guys all so much for being here today. Our first question, hey. Our first question is from Jamie Ruby. Jamie? Okay, let's move on. Our first question.
Jamie's muted, I think is the problem.
That might be the problem. Jamie? Okay, Jamie, we'll come back to you. Jay Bobbin, would you like to give your question?
Why, sure. Hello, everyone. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Reba and John, both of you have, Reba goes without saying, and John, you are certainly well known for your singing voice. Can the two of you talk about singing together? And then I've got a follow-up for you, Reba.
I thought it was a lot of fun. I had a blast singing with John. He's
John Schneider and Reba McEntire.
Thank you. I had a great time working with John singing. He was fun. He knew what he was going to sing and prepared. And
a show called Christmas in Tune.
This is not me, by the way. This is Jay. I'm not doing the narration.
Hi, everybody. If anyone that's not speaking can please mute themselves, that would be very helpful.
Okay, now we're ready?
Yes, Reba, you were saying? I'm sorry.
Yeah. John and I had a wonderful time on the movie, getting to sing together, act together. And he's a lot of fun to sing with. And the songs we got to sing were marvelous. Some of my favorite songs to get to sing.
And what was so great about this is we got to sing in the studio, the real studio. Before we filmed, we got to hear all the music and work on the music. And then we got to come to the set and sing that music again. So we really kind of had the opportunity to do everything that in the music world we've been doing for decades, dare I say it. And it was so wonderful to sing with Reba. I've never sung with Reba before. At least she didn't know. I mean, I was singing with her on the radio, but it was so wonderful to be singing with her on the same mic and on the same stage. Wonderful to share a stage with you.
Thanks, John.
Thank you, John. Reba, my follow-up for you. Christmas has become kind of a tradition for you, whether you're doing a movie or you're hosting CMA Country Christmas or whatever. Could you talk briefly about your relationship with Christmas TV, your thoughts about it?
I love it. I think it's a warm, wonderful way to express your feelings. Music goes a long way with getting everybody in the holiday mood. And it's also given us a chance to reflect on the year that we've had, all the wonderful things that have happened, our many blessings, and we remember the reason for the season. So I love to be a part of television during the Christmas holidays.
Thank you both very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jay. Our next question is going to be from Stephen McCoy.
Hi, how are you, everyone?
Hello, Stephen.
Hi, Mr. John and Miss Reba. I wanted to ask you, this is such a beautiful story, by the way. You have parents who were once in a group in the past and now get a chance to reunite. Now, for you individually, have you guys ever gone through anything like that where you had to reunite with someone from your past and try to get into a warm spirit such as this one in the film?
I tried it once. It didn't work out so well for me. It worked out much better in the movie.
And in those situations, it is pretty much like acting, and you have to move along with things to make it great for the rest of the family. Yes.
What is a good moment that happened between you guys on set? Like, what is the most funnest moment that you can give us?
You know, my most memorable moment was when we were doing that scene where we were being interviewed. And we started to look at each other. Our timing became exactly the same. And I don't think we realized it, but the crew was breaking up because we were so funny together. So that was my favorite part, kind of like doing what we're doing right now. But the Zoom thing makes it a little awkward. We're much funnier when we're not on a Zoom call.
Thank you guys so much.
You're welcome.
You.
Have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. We're going to try Jamie Ruby again.
Hello, can you hear me this time?
Yes.
So sorry about that before. Hi, guys. So you've talked about what's so much fun. Can you talk about what you found the most challenging doing this film?
I think the most challenging thing all of us can speak for was trying to film a Christmas movie in the heat and humidity of Nashville, Tennessee. That was the hardest part, but we endured, we got through it, and everybody had a wonderful time.
Yeah, the hours were not bad at all. It was hot, obviously, but you always do a Christmas movie in July, as you always do a beach movie in November and December. I didn't have any difficulty with anything except maybe not eating all the snacks because they were great.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You have a great day.
You too.
Thank you. We actually have a question here for Norm. Norm, your character is Duke, who plays the musical director, and he also sort of plays the mediator between Georgia and Joe. Can you talk a little bit about your role?
Yeah, I was first of all, being in this movie was exciting for me with these two OGs right here. And then working with, we've seen Candice grow up on television, and now she's got her own family now, with a blended family. And then this amazing young man, Justin, working with this great crew. It was so much fun. But to answer your question, yeah, I was happy to be a Yenta. I was happy to be that person knowing that these two actually are meant to be together. I've actually had situations like that before. So I pulled from those experiences to try to bring that into the movie.
Great. Thank you so much, Norm. Our next question is from Jamie Steinberg.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for your time this afternoon. Candice, it's so incredible to see you have these iconic actors as your parents. Talk about working with Reba and John.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the most exciting things when I was flying into Nashville to do this, was just knowing immediately, being in a room with so many talented people that I've admired for years. It couldn't have been a warmer welcome. I think that, the tone on set usually starts from the top, and the tone on set was happy, jolly, beautiful, all the Christmas feelings you could ever imagine. And I think that is attributed to, Reba and John, the joy that you each brought to work every day. And honestly, I just had to try not to geek out the whole time every time they were singing live. I mean, they had to rehearse in front of us, and it was so beautiful. John was always just strumming his guitar whenever he had a guitar in the scene. And I think that it's just imperative on sets that someone's always in a room playing a guitar. I think that needs to be a new rule, because it is so soothing, and it was a blast of an experience.
Justin, you and Candice have such great on-screen chemistry as well. Did you feel that instantly as well, or did you guys spend some time together to flesh out this on-screen relationship?
I think right off the bat, when we met each other, we had a good, relationship right there, and just also just getting to know each other on on a friendship level, just because we're gonna be working so closely together, And it was very nice. It flowed in the story, and working alongside everyone, because it is essentially a family that I'm working with. We got Reba being Belle's mom, and John being Belle's dad. It was really easy. It was awesome, honestly. Yeah.
Thank you all so much for your time.
Thank you, Jamie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question is from Rick Bentley.
John and Reba, both of you have done projects where you've had to sing in them, and then other projects where there was no singing involved. Does it, when you have a role where you have to sing, does that feel like I'm going to do something with an old friend and it makes it more comfortable? Or does it add another layer of, oh my gosh, I now have to not only know my lines and do the acting, but I also have to sing?
Go ahead, John.
Well, I tell you, it was, thank you. It truly was getting to work with an old friend. Reba and I met each other quite some time ago. And for me, because I'm a theater brat, I started doing theater like Norm. I started doing theater when I was very young, 8 years old. So when the opportunity came about for me to do this, this was actually the biggest musical production that I've ever done on camera. So I very much looked forward to it. It didn't scare me. It kind of wrapped itself around me like a warm Christmas blanket, to be honest with you. And to be able to do it with Reba was icing on the cake. Absolutely.
Oh, I echo those sentiments exactly. I had a wonderful time singing with John. Adding music to the story was wonderful for me, and I totally enjoyed it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Our next question is from Noah Wilson.
Hello, everyone. It is so great to be here with you guys. By the way, I must just first off say, I don't think anyone has said this yet. You guys look phenomenal. You look amazing, festive, all holiday-ish. I love it. And my first question is to you, Reba. I want to ask you, playing Georgia Winter in Reba McEntire's Christmas in Tune, could you see similarities between yourself and Georgia, as she is also a country artist in this film?
Definitely. And I think that's what made it so much more easy for me to perform and play that part, because a lot of the decisions that Georgia made are the decisions that Reba would make, and the things that she would say, Reba would say. So I definitely think there was a similarity there.
Now, John, we see Georgia and Joe have had some bad blood between them from years past as a singing duo, but eventually we see them rekindle their relationship in the movie through the power of music. What was one of your favorite songs to perform with Reba in this holiday movie?
Oh, it must have been The Mistletoe. Hands down. What a beautiful song.
Gorgeous.
Got a wonderful meter to it. I can't remember who did the orchestration and the recording of the music, but it is fantastic. And we talked earlier about it's very difficult to write and perform a new great Christmas song because there's a lot of wonderful Christmas songs out there. I think that this particular song is going to withstand the test of time. I think it's going to be a new favorite Christmas song on radio for years to come.
And my last question is to you, Candice. We will see your character Belle work with the U.S. Army to put on their holiday fundraiser for the Snowball event. How important is it to think of our troops during the holiday season as they fight to serve our country every single day out of the year?
I think it's incredibly important. I mean, I think collectively, as a world, we experience what it's like to be separated from family and not be able to immediately see people we want to see when we were all, quarantined last year. And so those that are not only sacrificing their lives, but their time away from loved ones for very long periods of time, I think it's important to just keep them in our minds and our hearts, especially, all year round, but also during the holidays.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank
Our
you.
next question is from Suzanne.
Hi, it's great to see you all. Reba, I was wondering if you could tell us who wrote the music, the original songs, and will there be an album from this movie?
Oh, we haven't talked about an album for the music from this album, from the movie. I'm trying to remember the lady's name who wrote I Needed Christmas Too. It'll come to me about the time we all hang up. But my band and Doug Sizemore did all the arrangements and put the music together. We went in to Dark Horse Studios where we got to shoot part of the movie and record the songs there. So I'll get back with you on that young lady's name. And the other songs have been recorded before, but I think the selection of the songs were to the point and just wonderful. Oh, her name was Trainee Anderson, who wrote that song, I Needed Christmas Too. Thank you, Maureen.
Great. Thank you. And Candice, you used to sing backup, I read, on the Hannah Montana show. Did you have any spare time where you get to sing with these folks for fun?
No. Nope. I save these dusty pipes just for my little babies. They're a little rusty.
Dusty, rusty pipes.
Yeah, no, in another life, yes, I was a singer and a backup singer for Miley Cyrus on the Hannah Montana tour. So it's a great icebreaker conversation starter. But no, luckily I just got to listen to the legends.
Oh, maybe a sequel movie where Candice gets to sing.
We'll see.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. That's all the time we have today for the Christmas in Tune panel. We want to say a big thank you to the entire cast for joining us today. And everybody, please tune into the movie on November 26th.